So full, so full. Right, okay, can you all see me? I'm going to put the main lights on as well, so we can get a bit of light on the subject. And let's make sure that we have our spiky balls and our green soft ball near us. Remember to keep any blocks or like a little pillow near you as well, guys, just if you do find that if we do anything with the shoulders or with the back or anything and you think, right, I need a little bit of support for the head, okay, something like that. Okay, let's just start by releasing through the upper thoracic and the shoulders with the roller first of all. So just this way. We did do this the other week, but it's a really nice stretch just to sort of identify how you are feeling with the body. So first of all, hands on here as we would with a thread in the needle, but because we're slightly elevated, we're going to get more of a reach. So we're going to take the right arm and we're just going to thread through, and then we're just going to let that head rest on the roller. Okay, so as your head rests on the roller, you're now getting more of a, you're getting almost like a higher rotation. Don't know if you can all feel that, as opposed to when we're doing this on the floor. Just slowly come out, change arms, so just come back to both hands on the roller, take an in-breath, exhale, thread through, and then just let that head rest on the roller. So you're almost resting sort of the temple onto the roller, and in that case, you should also get a nice stretch through the neck. Slowly just coming back, taking an in-breath, and again, just change, exhale, thread that right arm through. Okay, so the left elbow should still be above the left wrist. All the way back through, inhaling, exhale, letting that temple rest, feel the stretch through the neck. And just slowly coming out. Back to here, take an in-breath, exhale, roll the fingertips away, knees out and just gently push back. So try and sit back slowly towards the heels. Let the head go down. Breathe into the side of the back of the rib cage. Exhale, just come off the heels, reach away, and then just slowly roll back. Exhale, just reach away, and just slowly roll back. Exhale, just reach away. So you're just coming off the heels, keep that stretch, and then just slowly push back. Okay, just rolling up this time. So before we come lying lengthways, this time just bring it round. So just basically doing a series of stretches and just release work on the roller before we actually come to work into that position. So from here, okay, so you've just, again, leaning onto this, just supporting the head. Keep yourself down into the floor for the moment and just rock across and just rock across. So you're going almost across the back of that thoracic and into those lats, but keep yourself rested into the floor. Just nice and slowly rotating. Breathing. Any trigger points, remember, if it feels, particularly where we are, if you feel like you're almost feels like you're being winded and you find it a bit hard to breathe, especially when you're rotating over towards the side of the rib cage, just hold and really relax down. Breathe, just inhaling. And again, just exhaling. Any trigger points, just holding down onto. Okay, last time as you gently rotate across. And just release. Okay. Good. Right, taking your roller lengthways now. Just going to make sure actually that I've got enough room, which I should do. I'm sort of on the side so you guys can see me. Through. Yeah, okay. In your own time, just slowly roll down. Okay. And just allow yourself to relax onto that roller. Arms just gently by the side and those palms facing up. So let's just give ourselves just a few minutes to release. So anything that we identified in that just little small warm up while we were stretching, just take into account where you may have felt some tightness or some niggly areas, and just bear that in mind when you come to sort of do things throughout the rest of the session, that if you need to just work a little bit more on those areas, or if you feel like you felt a particular trigger point or tightness, make sure you work on that at some point, or around that area, or especially remember wherever we feel the trigger point, sometimes it's somewhere else where we might actually need to release. We're going to allow those arms to gently relax by the side, palms up towards the ceiling like I said, and let's just start feet hip width by allowing the head just to gently relax over to the left. Feel a big stretch through that right hand side, and gently over towards the right. And again, feel a big stretch through that right hand side. So what I'm going to do is just really allow that head to fully fall and just relax and hold. And then again, just fully fall to the opposite side, just relax and just hold. Take the left arm out to the side this time, let the palm face up towards the ceiling. Let the hand and the arm rest as close into the floor as it can. And as that left arm reaches away, let the head fall towards the right and just hold. So you should be feeling a big stretch into that bicep, down the side of the right, down the side of the left side of the neck. Reaching that middle finger away. Taking an in-breath. Exhaling. Slowly back to center. Slide the left arm back down by the side. Slide the right arm out, middle finger reaching away. So back of the hand and back of the arm resting into the floor as much as you can. And let that head fall towards the left. So this time feeling a big stretch through the right arm and down the right side of the neck. Breathe. And again, just coming back to center, letting that arm relax by the side, reaching the arm out to the side, again towards the left, so the left arm out to the side. Let the head fall to the right. Allowing that head to fall to the right, reaching that left arm out to the side. And again, sliding that left arm back down. Last time as the right arm reaches out to the side, back of the hand falling into the floor, and just let the head fall to the left. Again, just holding. Oh, I think Steph's actually just joining. Hi, Steph. I think you can see, just to let you know, we've only just started, but I've recorded the session for you anyway, just in case. So I'll send you the recorded version afterwards, just in case you missed any of the beginning bit, okay? But we've only done a little bit of stretching. So we'll just do it one more time so that you can join in, Steph. We're just doing.
Am I late?
Sorry, I put 1:45 on. I sent it to you this. It was 1:45. It's okay.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
okay.
Thought it was 7. Sorry.
No, it's okay. We've only literally done about 3 stretches. So honestly, really don't stress. We're just lying on the roller. Just make sure that you can see me. And all we're doing is allowing the arm to slowly come out to the side. So if the left arm comes out, back of the hand, back of the arm, just resting into the floor, reaching the middle finger away, and then let the head turn towards the right. So as you turn to the right, just reach that arm away, and you should feel a stretch right down that left arm, right down the side of the left neck. Okay. And then just slide the arm down. So we're just going to do 1 or 2 more, guys, just so we can all encourage this stretch. Right arm out to the side, back of the hand, back of the arm, palm facing up to the ceiling, and just let the head again turn the opposite way. So you should all be feeling a really big stretch right into that bicep, right down the forearm, right through in towards the neck, and just slowly come back to center. So Steph, if you just want to do 1 more each of those stretches, you can do. Okay, I'm just going to allow those arms to gently come back towards the side. And then we're going to come into some opposite work. So we're going to start with the left leg and the right arm. So join in when you have completed an extra few stretches, Steph. Otherwise, we're going to start now. So we're going to do left leg, right arm, middle finger reaching away, slide the left leg away. And just slowly inhale, coming back. And again, right leg, left arm. Drop those ribs. And just slowly coming back. And again, just sliding away, left arm, right leg. Stretching the arm, stretching the leg. Try not to let those ribs push up to the ceiling. And again, right leg, left arm, exhale, sliding away, dropping those ribs down. And slowly back to center. Okay, let's continue. Left leg, right arm, slide away, taking an in-breath. Exhale, turn the left foot out and take the arm and the leg out on that diagonal. Then return back to center, return the foot back straight, and bring the arm and the leg back to that centered position. Take an in-breath. Exhale, right leg, left arm, lengthen away, drop the ribs. Turn the right foot out, take the right leg out, take the left arm out. Hold and feel the stretch. And then just slide back to center, turn the foot back in, bring yourself back to the middle. Also just have awareness now of your range of movement on each side. So left leg, right arm, lengthen away, drop the ribs, turn the left foot out. Inhale, exhale, take the leg and the arm out to the side. Slowly come back to center, turn that foot in. Gently come back to the middle. And again, right leg, left arm. Turn that right foot out, slide that leg and that arm out. Breathe into the stretch. Slowly come back to center, take the foot in. Come back to the middle. And again, left leg, right arm. Turn that foot out, again, slowly coming out. Hold here, this time let the right knee also fall out to the side. Okay, so that leg is still bent. So we've got the left leg and the right arm out on the diagonal. Try and keep the spine centered on the roller and just let that right knee also fall out to the side. Feel the stretch. Breathe, bring the right knee in. Turn that left foot in and that left leg back to center and the right arm and just come back to the middle. Okay, as we change now. Inhale, exhale, right leg, left arm. Turn the right foot out, slide the arm and the leg out to the side. Hold and then let that left knee also fall out to the side. Turn that left knee out, hold, feel the stretch. Take the knee in, slide the foot and the arm back to center. And again, let's go back to the opposite side. Left leg, right arm, lengthen away. Turn the foot and the arm out, take them out on the angle, out on the diagonal, and just let the right knee fall out to the side. Hold in that position. Okay, make sure you're not sort of falling off center on that spine as well. Try and keep yourself centered. Bring that knee in, back to center. And again, last time, right leg, left arm. Turn the foot out, slide out on that diagonal, hold. Let that left knee fall out to the side. Hold in that position. And again, take the knee in, bring yourself back to center. And just release. Okay, just take the right knee into the chest. Hold, feel that release. Take that foot down, take that left knee into the chest. So the other hand is on the floor. Just hug, so just pull in and then just release. So as the right knee comes in, sort of give it a little tight hug into the chest. And then the left knee. And then just take soles of the feet together and just come into supine butterfly. Okay, just give me a little sort of thumbs up if you felt when your leg did that external and it went out to the side like that, on that last move that we've just done. Just give me a thumbs up if you felt the glutes quite tense or if you felt any sort of cramping. So, no, so we were just sort of fairly allowing that leg just to go out and it felt okay into the hips and the glutes. Okay, good. So we're going to slowly come back to that set position now. So slide those knees back. Middle fingers reach up towards the ceiling. Take those arms up and above, drop the ribs down. Big breath in. Exhale, bring the arms round. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze into the roller, nice and slowly all the way round and down. Back towards the feet. Place those palms in again, up towards the ceiling. Up and above, big breath in. Drop the ribs. Exhale, reach the arms out to the side, palms up to the ceiling, arms all the way round, back down towards the side. Palms facing in again, and again lift. Inhaling. All the way up, drop the ribs. Exhale, reach the arms round, back of the arms towards the floor. Palms facing in. And again, inhale, reach. Drop those ribs, and again, bring those arms all the way around. All the way around, back down towards the side, palms facing in, and just release. Okay, from here, I want you to take your spiky ball. Mine is a little bit too far away from you there. Okay, spiky ball. Good. And just let the head fall towards the right, and I want you to just massage up and down the left side of the neck. Okay, so we're just going to do a little bit of release through the base of the skull, down the scalenes, down the neck towards the base of the collarbone. That's where you really want to work, up and down. Okay, so heel of the hand just running that neck. Now remember at the beginning of the class, I just asked you to identify any tightness. So if you're aware of any tightness, or if you felt anything when you were lying on the roller at the beginning of the class and you just let the head sort of fall left to right, anything that felt particularly tight, this is your time just to allow that spiky ball just to work into there. And we're going to finish the end of the session with a little bit of spiky balling in this area too. Come back to center. Okay, just see how that feels. Let the head fall over to the opposite side now. So over to the left, and again with the heel of the hand. Yeah, start to push all the way up and down the neck. So you're almost going from the base of the skull behind the ear, up and down those scalenes and those mastoid muscles, right down in towards that collarbone. Okay, so just gently pushing in. Okay, just coming back to center, release. Let's just do a few shoulder rolls into the roller before we come off. So I just want you to really allow the shoulders to come up. Imagine you're squeezing the shoulder blades in towards the roller. So as if you're trying to really pick the roller up almost with your shoulder blades. Then you're going to reach the left arm up and over almost towards the opposite corner of the room. Then you're going to come back, shoulder roll. Middle shoulder blades again, trying to squeeze. Then look, you're going to inhale, exhale, reach. Right arm reaches up and over as if you're trying to reach again the opposite corner of the room. And then you're going to come back and again do a few more shoulder rolls. And then reach, that left arm goes up and over almost towards the right corner of the room. So your stretch is now laterally down the side of that left side. And again, a few more shoulder rolls, squeezing the shoulder blades in, identifying any knots, any tightnesses. And again, reach, right arm up and over towards that left side of the room. Or towards that right corner of the room, left to right corner, good. And again, just release, release, can't talk. Arms out towards the side, exhale, hug. Breathe in and exhale, hold. And again, inhale out. Exhale, hug. And again, just reach, arms gently by the side and just release. Okay, let's just slowly roll off that roller. And just bring yourself into the floor, just see how that feels. Just allow yourself to relax. Think about how you feel. Do you feel nice as though you're sinking? Do you feel straight? Do you feel flat? We should do. Okay, taking our two spiky balls now. We're going to place these at the very top of the glutes, right towards the edge of the glutes. So right at the top of the glutes, out towards the side, so away from the center of the crease of the buttocks. Okay, let's just start by allowing the knees to gently move left to right as we roll across the spiky balls. Okay, so as we roll gently across, just have awareness of any trigger points, but what you can feel. So as you rock across, just hold down, rest if you feel any sort of tightness, like I said, or trigger point, you can just hold, but all we're doing is allowing that weight to gently rock across, left to right. And if you want to now come into this figure four stretch like I've done. So this to me is just a natural stretch that I like to do when I'm going left to right. So I've now got my right ankle onto my left knee, and I'm just rocking across over towards that right side and then gently over towards that left side. Any tightness, again, just identify, hold down if you feel you have that trigger point. Doing a nice same rock from left to right, but I've just allowed my legs to lift and I've got my right ankle onto that left knee. And then I'm going to change and I'm going to take my left ankle onto the right knee and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to continue to rock. I'm just moving left to right, feeling that stretch. Go over to that right. Breathing over to the left. So what you should feel is as you rock over to the left, with the left leg obviously on stretch now, you're going to really be working in towards that left glute. But as you roll over towards the right, you're going to feel that left glute on stretch. So you're really going to encourage that release. You feel like you need to move the spiky balls further out slightly for when you roll over them. That's absolutely fine. And if you feel you need to just work a little bit deeper into one of those spots, that's also fine. Okay, and then just coming back to center, I want you to now move the balls further out, but slightly further down. Okay, so they're a little bit further down. They're not right at the bottom of the crease of the glute. They're sort of in the middle. They're further down and they're a little bit out to the side. So you can probably feel the center of the pelvis resting on the floor now because they're out to the side. But that's okay. Again, we're just going to allow the knees to gently go left to right. And this time we're going to have to be a little bit more aware of allowing the knees to relax and the weight just to rest down into the ball as we move left to right. So as we go left to right, we're just sort of holding down. And so just feel that weight. Breathing in nice and gently, exhale, move and hold. Okay, so as the knees are over to the left, you're holding down to the left, relax. Okay, just give me a thumbs up if you're aware of where you can feel now, even though we're a little bit further down and out to the side. Yeah, okay, pretty much all of you. So we're just working further down and again, further out. So it's a slightly different part of the glute muscle, this. We're looking more at sort of down towards glute med, really. Also a little bit on glute max. So as you come over, think now. So let's say we're over to the left. Let all the weight go over into that left glute. Try and do that stretch that we do where we take the right leg across. Okay, just hold the outer part of the knee. And then do the same. Try and keep that spiky ball in place on that right side. And just hold. Take that left knee across. So again, gently across and just hold. And again, just gently out to the side. Hold. And if you can, stretch that leg out. Okay, so now what I want you to do is just pivot on this area. So see the way now, I'm over on that right side. I've got that left leg lifted off and I'm just gently rocking into that ball on that right side, exactly where it is. So the more weight now you have into that right leg, into that right glute, the more you're going to feel where we're working into. But what I'm not doing is letting that left foot and that left leg relax. I'm taking all the weight onto that right side. Again, if you need to move the ball or position it just slightly further down, or a little bit more on an angle. Okay, you will find that trigger point where we are, but we're roughly in the right place, which is why I've asked you to move it down away from the top of the glute, and I've asked you to move it more out to the side. Once you've done one side, go over to the opposite side. Again, exactly where that ball is. Lift the opposite leg and just rock. So this is a bit like where your weight comes into it. So let the body weight rest down and then just encourage that gentle rock. Just move the ball as you need to. Pushing in, breathing. Gently rocking, pushing in, pushing. If it needs to go a little bit further down, go a little bit further down, or if it needs to go a little bit further out, again, just work on that. Okay, slowly take the balls away. Just take yourself back to center. We're now going to come onto the side and we're going to come onto the front. So sort of working in synergy with what we've just done, we're going to work into the hip flexors and just the front of the thighs, okay? And then we will finish with a little bit of relaxation, some temple release as well. So spiky balls into those hip flexors. So similar to the top of the glutes and the side of the glutes where we've just been working, fold those forearms and just let the body weight rest down first of all. Remember, into the spiky balls. So with the forearms folded, let that head relax. Okay, now just slowly start to push into the ball side to side. So just gently pushing into the spiky ball side to side. Again, have that awareness if you need to reposition the ball slightly on one side. And then equally start to lift alternate legs. So for example, if I lift my left leg and I just move out to the side and move in like so, so I've got a straight leg, I'm going to just allow the weight to press more into that left ball. Same with the right leg. So if I raise that right leg, I'm just pushing a little bit more into that right leg as I take it out to the side and gently in. Okay, then you can start to bend through that knee. So bend through the knee, and that again gives you another little take on that hip flexor, a different angle. And again, you can just take the knee out slightly so you get more into the groin, more into the center of that inner thigh and that hip flexor. And then you can do that on both legs. Okay, start to move them down slightly. So they're a little bit more at the top of the thighs. So a little bit more at the very top of the thighs, where the sort of the bottom of those hip flexors are, going more in towards that TFL. And I want you to just work more onto one angle. So a little bit like this. So if I just sort of come onto my right side slightly, I'm just going to start to work across that hip flexor and a little bit more into that TFL, but more on one side. So it allows me to go onto an angle and then use my left knee just to help me sort of pivot slightly. So you should all be able to feel that. It's almost right at the top of that hip flexor, going in towards that thigh, a little bit more TFL, And we'll feel that. It's almost like literally on the side. So I'm sort of here. I'm sort of rotating and my body is facing more outwards. And I've got the weight more on towards the front and then going towards the side of that hip flexor. Okay, just give me a thumbs up if you can feel that. Yeah. It can be quite stingy, this area. That's the best way to describe it. So again, you're just really allowing the body weight of that right hand side to rest into the ball and then encourage movements. But you're right at the top of that thigh going in towards that hip flexor. And as you go more onto the side, you're almost in towards that sort of the thigh bone right at the top. Okay, then you can change sides. So again, a little bit more onto the very top of that opposite thigh. And you almost have to get yourself onto the side here, but you're still, it's almost like your thigh and your lower body are actually facing forward still. So as you're still facing the front, you're sort of going on that side. Okay. Anybody have one side that feels worse than the other? Yeah. Okay, yeah, good. So again, just have that awareness. You might also find that just ever so slightly where the position of the ball is a little bit slightly off center. It's a little bit more than the other, if that makes sense. So if you're on one side, you might find that really quite high up in towards that TFL. You can really feel it, might feel quite stingy. On the opposite side, you might feel you need to go a little bit more towards the side, almost towards the IT band and the greater trochanter, but still where those hip flexors are sort of meeting that TFL. So they're all very much connected, but you might just find that slightly the ball positioning is slightly different on each side, which is where those quite hard trigger point areas are. That's what you need to be quite aware of. Okay. Right, slowly come off those. See how that feels. Oof. So where I was sort of getting you to, and I wanted you to find it on your own. So hip flexor side, we were sort of here. So the hip flexor runs from, there's my hip bone, so about there, and I wanted you to work on that bit, which was sort of like the TFL, okay, and then it would have been going round and into there, so it's quite sore. Let's just work through the foam roller and just do some fronts of the thighs, and then we're going to finish with a little bit of that cranial release and allowing the spiky balls just to fall onto the side of the temple. So we're just going to allow a little bit of release for the fronts of the thighs just to continue with what we were just doing with hip flexors, TFL and those glutes. And also think about what we did when we were on the roller, allowing those hips to open, start to bend the knees, guys, as you move. It's all very much connected with where we've worked on today. Okay, so let's make sure we're getting inner thighs, outer thighs, fronts of the thighs. So take the knees out, take the feet out, knees in. You can go a little bit off center and just do single legs. So if you look, guys, from the center, I'm now going to alternate. So watch. I'm going to go left forearm, left leg, right leg lifts back to center, right forearm, right leg, left leg lift. So I'm going to alternate left to right, up and down, up and down, swapping, back to center, change, left arm, left leg, right arm, right leg. Slowly moving up the screen as well. Okay. It should get easier. I feel like it's not as sore as you move on. And then just come back to both legs. Okay, and just release. Oof. Always feels bruised straight away. Anybody else feel like that's really sore straight away? Okay, yeah, heavy, heavy, heavy. Right, so we're going to finish with just a little bit of release. So I'm just going to show you sitting up. So we're going to have the balls here. You haven't done this for a while, but I'm then going to get you to turn your head so that your ball ends up there on the temple. Just do a little bit of temple release from the side of the ear and through the side of the skull. Then we'll come back to center and then we'll turn the head. So when you're there, you'll turn the head that way. You might then need to physically move the ball a little bit so it's more there. And then we're just going to rock like that, just so we're rolling the ball from about there round towards the temple. And all around here, remember, it's like all TMJ, so anything to do with jaw, sort of clenching or anything, all here is where we're going to just work as we just release through this last little bit. Okay, so we're going to have the spiky balls together. Close the eyes. Breathe. Okay, so we're just going to start by allowing the head just to gently go left to right first of all. So we're not moving too far this time. If you need to just keep the spiky balls in position, that's fine. We're not letting the head go too far left and right at the moment, guys. We're just back of the skull. Okay. Now, as you slowly start to move, start to just allow that head to move and roll over to the right hand side. Making sure my hair is not. Okay, so move the spiky ball if you need to. And then you're just going to gently rock that head. So you might need to sort of rotate your body just slightly if you feel like you're sort of not on it properly. So just get comfortable. Doesn't work very well if you've got long hair. So sorry, Steph, you might just have to move your hair out the way, but you're just allowing the ball to gently relax on that temple, take that weight to the side, and then just gently rock. Just going from the back of the skull, gently towards the side. And then just change to see how you are on the opposite side. So again, it might be easier even if you just come onto the side and then just sort of, I'm only doing this really because my hair is getting caught in the ball, but just get comfortable. So if I let my head fully relax here on the side where the temple is, We can then just sort of roll. And I'm just holding with this hand, well, just to sort of support the head, but also because my hair just keeps getting trapped, so I'm trying to hold it out of the way. You can just roll from the back of the skull to the side of that temple. Just releasing. Should feel quite nice, really. Obviously, if there is a lot of tension there, if there's a few trigger points, it's not going to feel nice, but it should feel as though you're just allowing that head to fully relax down onto the spiky ball and just gently move. Okay, so if you feel any sort of heat, any prickliness, any itchiness when you're doing this, that is all a sign of that tension and of that tightness through that fascial chain. So again, just make sure you work through both sides. I feel like I just need to do the other side again. I feel like I can't get comfortable on this side, so I'm just working through it one more time. Sometimes it takes you a little while to understand what you're trying to do as well. Okay. Okay, I'm just back to center. Good. Okay. Right, just take those away, just let the head go left to right, see how that feels. Bring the knees into the chest. Take that weight from side to side, and then just stretch those legs away and just see how those hip flexors feel. Full body stretch, allowing the arms and the legs just to go all the way up. Okay, just lift yourselves up from there. Just take your heels onto the back of the roller for me. Toes towards you, and we're just going to lift and reach as close as we can towards those toes. Tuck the chin in. Feel the stretch right the way through the back of the hamstrings and through the upper body. Let the head go. Turn the toes out, turn the toes in. So you're creating a stretch through the outer and the inner thighs. Yeah, feel that. Okay, let that head go, just slowly rolling up. Excellent. And just release. Breathe. Lots of water. Okay,